Hello, my name is Dr. Jennifer Lindon, and I'm a native of Hazard. I have one son who's 22 years old, and he's a junior at the University of Kentucky. I received my bachelor's in business administration from Morehead State University, and I received my MBA from Morehead State as well. I later achieved my PhD in community college leadership from Mississippi State University. I've been employed at HCTC for over 17 years, and over 20 years if you include my time with the Kentucky Tech system. I have over 10 years of leadership experience at HCTC. I enjoy leadership roles because I enjoy helping students. I like to help make a difference in their lives, and I suppose that's why I enjoy the field of education so well. I also like to create, whether it be a building or whether it be a new training program, certificate, or degree. I like to see ideas come from ground zero to completion.
Dr. Lindon, what attracted you to apply for the presidency of Hazard Community and Technical College?
Hazard Community and Technical College has had my heart since I walked through the doors in 1988 as a student. I noticed even then how friendly and inviting all of the employees were, and I thought how nice it would be to work at such an organization. I later had that chance, and I've worked my way up through the ranks as adjunct faculty and then into a full-time position. I have worked in grants management, student services, academics, and workforce. In my last 10 years, I've served in leadership roles, and in my last 4 years, I've served as the Dean for Occupational Technologies and Workforce Solutions, as well as the Chief Campus Administrator on the Hazard Technical Campus. And in that role, I've worked with many different types of issues, including budget, security, safety, student issues, academics, and community issues. And in that role, I did notice that I would really like to broaden out my aspects of leadership. I would like to assist not only students on the technical campus, but other campuses of HCTC as well. I would like to continue to work with the community, but in a broader scope, and be able to make long-range community partnership type programs and planning.
Dr. Lindon, what are the top 3 priorities for a college president to be successful in leading a community and technical college? Discuss your strengths relative to these priorities.
The top 3 priorities for a community and technical college and a community and technical college president to be successful include the budget, enrollment and recruitment strategies, and close ties with the community. As far as the budget, we will have a new budget from Governor Bevin, and that budget will include some cuts. We will need to look at the budget as a whole and determine where we can invest additional resources for HCTC to continue to grow. We will most likely have to pull back in some areas, but we want to be able to invest additional resources in particular areas where we want to grow. As far as the budget, I have experience with the recurring and non-recurring budget prioritization process. I also have experience with the program review budget process, grants management, and managing workforce and academic budgets. So I feel that I have a wealth of knowledge as far as the budget is concerned, and am well qualified to make whatever decisions would be necessary. As far as enrollment and recruitment, we need to listen to our students, and we need to offer what they ask for. We need to look at labor market data, and we need to determine where the jobs are, what the jobs are, and if we can offer the training that is needed to train for those jobs. If we cannot, we need to look at what do we need to do. So if we don't have the capacity, is it that we need to invest additional resources in equipment, or do we need to train our instructors in different areas? Or perhaps it's a combination of both. As far as enrollment and recruitment, I have experience with the academic side as far as being able to work with SACs to provide them whatever documentation that they need to get programs approved. Also working with the KCTCS Board of Regents on program approval. I have worked to develop new certificates, new diplomas, and new degrees for HCTC, and I've worked through that entire process many times. I've also worked on the workforce solutions side in developing customized programming. I assisted when companies such as Sykes, Trustjoist, and American Woodmark came into the county. I've worked on the technical campus with the ATCs and high school students to develop programming to meet their needs. So I feel that I'm very well-rounded and can work with whatever enrollment and recruitment strategies that HCTC would deem necessary in order to grow. As far as the community, I want the community to understand that HCTC is invested in them. I want them to understand that we do care about their well-being and their success. I will continue to attend meetings just as I always have in the community. I will continue to hold strong my ties both locally, regionally, state, and nationally. I'll continue to work with our Workforce Investment Board, and I will continue to forge partnerships such as the national partnerships that I have forged with companies like Snap-on and Lincoln Electric, and also organizations such as the AACC, NACI, and the ARC. I feel that I can bring all of my state, national, regional, and local ties together to develop collaborative partnerships for HCTC.
Dr. Lindon, if selected, what would you do in your first 6 months as president of Hazard Community and Technical College?
During my first 6 months as president of Hazard Community and Technical College, there are several things that we would need to look at. First, we have our SACS reaccreditation visit coming up in October, and we need to make sure that the institution is prepared. I've been a part of writing the entire academic portion of the document, and I have read most of the other standards as well. So I feel that I'm well qualified to answer any questions that the visiting team would have. We will have a new budget, and we will need to look at that budget. We'll need to look at whatever our fall revenue and enrollment projections are, and we may not meet those goals. If we do not, we'll need to adjust. But I intend to lead the HCTC team in a positive manner throughout whatever budget decisions would need to be made. I intend to begin to look at our processes at HCTC. We need to make sure that we continue to be student-focused and provide the services that our students need, not only on the Hazard campus, but at all of our campuses. We need to make sure that students have the best experience possible when they walk through the doors. And I do want to continue to be out there in the community. I want to make sure that the community knows that I am there, and I do intend to work with them and work with HCTC as a whole in order to meet their needs. In summary, there is funding available through initiatives such as SOAR, POWER, and the Reclaim Act. But we must have a regional, innovative, collaborative plan in order to access those funds. I intend to make use of all of my partnerships in order to develop those plans. HCTC needs a president that is invested in the community, one who has made their home here, such as I have, one who has strong local, regional, state, and national ties. I feel that I am that candidate. Thank you very much for your time and for your consideration of me for this important position for HCTC and the community.